Now, I'm not saying the briefcase turret is the best item in the game, far from it. It is, however, one of the most fun. Here are my top tips for using it like a pro. What does it do best? The briefcase has a few attributes that really makes it fun and quite effective to use if done properly. First of all, it basically puts you in a 2v1 situation if you position it correctly. Keeping the line of fire from the turret to your opponent unobstructed is the most important thing, which is why the absolute best place to use a turret is out in the open. There is, however, one key necessity to make me want to use the briefcase, and that is time. You need the second or two to set up, and if those 2 seconds are going to get you killed, it is not worth it to try a turret play. However, if you can find that right moment, you can really turn the tide of a fight. These moments are when you can either separate from your opponent while they chase you, or because you know where they are and they haven't spotted you yet. Let's run through a few instances where I feel like the turret really gave me the upper hand against my opponents. Like right here, I knew they were healing behind the slurp truck, and once they destroyed it, that will be their main cover. The turret ends up doing an amazing job of flushing them out onto my side, allowing me to easily get the kill with the twin mag. I knew I was being chased by my opponent, which is why I created separation, dropped down the stairs to expose less of my body, let the turret do the work, and I went in for the cleanup with the twin mag, which is an amazing gun. I was completely sleeping on it day one, but it truly is the best AR in the game, and it is the best mid-range option, unless your sniper headshots are on point. And ours are good, but not quite like that. Here, I was looting these small buildings when I saw footsteps. I figured I could once again create separation from my opponent, so I sprint out, turn back, throw down the turret, cut off their line of sight for a moment to give myself the time needed for the turret to set up. Then I pushed even with the left shoulder peek, knowing I had full advantage in the fight. They try to rush me, which is a good idea as it immediately disables the turret if you actually kill the person who threw it, but the damage from the 2v1 was just too much to overcome. This is a key situation where I had those 2 seconds even though they weren't 2 consecutive seconds. One was when I turned and sprinted out to throw the turret down. The second was when I hid behind the wall while the turret itself was up. Without taking these steps, the turret itself would have needed the time to set up after I threw it, getting shot and probably dying in the process. This is why I love the turret. My opponent shreds me down to 113 total HP, yet I feel like I have an advantage because of the right shoulder peek and the turret. I wait for them to get close enough so that they are committed and cannot just run away, as I don't have any heals and I don't want to extend the duration of this fight. So I bait them in by not shooting at all. I throw the turret and let it go to work. With its assistance and utilizing right shoulder peek, we just shred the opponent, taking no more damage in the process. Similar situation to last time, except now we get opening tags. However, when we need to reload our weapon, we view it as the perfect time to set up a turret. Our opponent is pushing us, and we have the number one factor yet again. We are out in the open. They try to take a wide angle to maintain the right shoulder, but it just didn't matter as they never broke the line of sight from the turret, making for an easy cleanup. Here we spotted someone on the right hand side but couldn't exactly find where they were, so we tossed out the turret, dropped down while it set up in case they were lining up a shot on us, and then once we spotted them, we went in for the kill. Notice the turret didn't do that much actual damage here, only hitting the opponent once. It did, however, draw in their intention entirely while we took them out with the twin mag ourselves. The importance of high ground is really emphasized here. It gives you a truly insane advantage. We saw someone was stealing our combat cache, and with 2 turrets and a scoped SMG, that just isn't happening on week 1, my friend. So we maintain high ground, toss down the turret, and just let it get set up before we simultaneously start firing. We hit a bit early, which is fine, but you don't want to shoot too early and give them a chance to escape the trap that you set for them. This person couldn't find us and decided to take cover behind the tree. Smart move, but then they opted to run away and once again put themselves in the line of sight of the turret, and that is what finished them up. This is a situation where I'd been fighting with this player for a little bit and I couldn't quite locate them, although I knew the general area they were in. So I throw down the turret preemptively to basically watch my back and be another line of support. Not only does it pick up on the opponent, which is super valuable in this thick jungle biome, but it puts additional shots on them, helping me maintain advantage the whole way through. Quick and easy here. We came in for a third party. This player just won a fight. We lead with the turret and it just lasers them while we get some following shots with the Maven to clean up the kill. I respect them for going for the snipe though. We really take those sniper shots ourselves very often, so we should have been jumping because they easily could have taken our head off there. We hear 2 people fighting over here, and this clip really displays the absurd distance you can actually toss this thing. Now, based on the firing pattern, there's a chance these 2 could have been bots, but even if they were real players, there is nothing you can do here. They are both going to die, and the only question is if we're going to get 1 or 2 kills. I go my best for the double, but we only end up with 1. We end up getting shot at by a 4th party, and after a bit of deliberation, I decide, based on their position, to run over to their side and grab my turret. Despite having a second one on hand, I really just wanted to keep the resource available. Doing so allows me to mix up the angle and catch them off guard for an easy kill. Repositioning is very valuable, because if they don't see you like in this instance, you really do get a free shot at their back/side. But the key takeaways were time, open space, and high ground all combined give you a huge advantage over your opponent. This final clip is a late game situation. We're down to 3 players. I know there's a person in that barn, but I don't know exactly where. I toss down a turret to watch my back as I try to scope out where the 3rd player is. At the time of doing this, I honestly didn't even know the turret was this busted. I figured there needed to be some reasonable angle the turret could shoot at, aka ground level or maybe slightly above or below, but nah, the angles it can pull are insane. I don't know if it can look directly straight up, but it's very close to being able to take that angle, and anything to at least 45 degrees downward. I haven't really gotten a chance to test how well it can fire downward, as I often just throw the turret itself down to the opponent if I happen to notice him first. So it ends up spotting him, we get into a quick little sniper battle, and that is that. If you made it this far, thank you so much for watching. Truly appreciate the support you all have given so far on this new channel. Please consider liking, subbing, and sharing with a friend. It all helps us grow so much faster. Comment below your favorite tip, as well as if you have anything to add from me that I missed. I would love to hear everyone's thoughts on the business turret so far. Personally, I have a blast whenever I use it, and I might even do a turret day on stream where I don't snipe but try to turret people all day. So turn on the bell and get notified when we go live. Bye everyone!